It's morphin' time! Hello and welcome back with another special episode of TREKKERPRISE. Today I'm going to talk about something else rather than Star Trek. I know this channel mainly dedicated to Star Trek, and I try to do all of my best to provide Star Trek content on this channel. But being a YouTuber, obviously it's inevitable to have sometimes a different topic, because sometimes you really want to talk about something, and this is the occasion. So this episode brought to life by one of my friend, Sean, from the channel called Orange Ranger. He's Sean the Orange Ranger. Obviously being a YouTuber means not just creating content but meeting people as well, and this is the most beautiful part of being a YouTuber, to actually get to know different people, different viewpoints over the course of this journey. Actually I'm really happy because I've got to know quite a few people because of my channel and because of their channel as well. So I have quite a few YouTube friends already, like Taylor from Beer vs Geek, or Sohail from Starfleetboy, or Sean from Orange Ranger, for just to mention a few. I'll put their channel description in the description box below. Sean was the first person who I met over my YouTube journey, and he's a big Power Ranger fan. He has his own Power Ranger channel, and he does amazing work. And we had a conversation recently as he was so excited about the new Power Ranger movie, obviously because it's one of his favorites. So and I've got excited too, because I remember watching it like 20 plus years ago as a kid. This afternoon I went to the cinema and I finally watched the Power Rangers movie. Would I recommend it to anyone to watch it? Hell yeah! So I remember watching the classic series, and I remember bits and pieces of them. The Zords, the Rangers, the Colors, and even Rita as well, and Alpha 5 and Zordon. But obviously everything faded out over these 20 plus years since I watched any Power Rangers properly. Obviously I'm catching up here and there, but I wasn't following the Power Ranger evolution as I should have. But I gave this movie a chance and I absolutely loved it. I wouldn't say this is gonna be a review, it's more of a sort of a reaction to the movie. I cannot guarantee if it will be spoiler free, so if you didn't watch the movie, skip this part or skip the entire video and come back when you actually watched it. So honestly, say seriously, just skip it now if you know, just otherwise you feel free to stay. So the movie was amazing actually. It started out with an origin story, let's say. I mean, if you're really new for the Power Ranger genre, and I totally forgot about the beginning of the Power Rangers. So watching it at the beginning and finding out Rita was a Ranger, she was the Green Ranger, it's like, wow, it blew my mind. I totally forgot about these sort of things. And Zordon was actually the Red Ranger, and he ended up being the soul of this base for the Rangers. And Alpha 5, I remember the classic Alpha 5, obviously he looked differently back then than he looked in this movie, but I just actually, I fall in love with this little character. He was just as Alpha 5 in the original series. I totally enjoyed his character, watching how he's interacting with the Rangers. Technically I liked everything about this movie. Obviously it started out with this origin story and obviously turned into an American, like a teenager story, like a high school story. You know, everyone has its own story and all of them are like the Scooby-Doo origin story, Scooby-Doo 3, when when it all begins. That was my feeling at the beginning, like okay, just everyone just gather together because they did something wrong, and then they end up in this minefield and they find the energems, and at that point when they started to discover the change within themselves, they started to realize, okay, they have to solve this together, and they get to the ship, and they get to know Alpha 5, and they know about Zordon, and obviously they got to know everything about the Power Rangers and the Rangers and why they have to protect the crystals, and who was Rita Repulsa, she will come down, and she wanted to get the crystal from Earth, and they were fighting for this crystal, and they actually failed this battle, but Zordon was able to save the energems, and in the hope one day someone will get these energems and they will become the Power Rangers. So yeah, obviously the story got really interesting because they started to get the training, and they got to know each other as well. And obviously at one point Zordon revealed his real plan. He wanted to come back and fight against Rita, but realizing, okay, the Rangers actually started to become the Rangers and they started to become a unity, he just gave up on his idea and actually saved the Blue Ranger. Also, spoiler alert, so sorry about that. That was a really touching scene. And just before that, when they had a campfire and they were talking about each other and they get to know each other, it's something that reminded me of a friendship, and a beautiful beginning of a beautiful friendship. I think that was the whole movie about, but let's talk about that later. So obviously the story continues from there because Rita comes back and she even contacts with one of the Rangers. It was just an interesting try from her side, and obviously they got together. They went into a big fight against Rita and Goldar, yes, Goldar, yeah, there you go, that's the one, Goldar. Obviously they had the Zords and all the different powers, and obviously we got to know the Megazords, and even Rita was so surprised because I was like, how is that possible, you know? So they got the Megazord as well, and they actually saved the world, and they slapped Rita out of the planet. And actually I kept thinking maybe that's how she ended up in the moon, and that's why she was throwing monsters down the planet back then, just to get the crystals and from the Power Rangers, and that's how she wanted to destroy the Power Rangers, really. So it was quite interesting to actually remembering all the facts and all the bits and pieces from the original series, and having this movie as a reference now to actually relate to that 20 plus years memory that I didn't really have from this franchise. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Super awesome, actually. It's super awesome. I would definitely watch it again. It's not something that, you know, I would just watch it once and just, okay, it's done, over. No, I would definitely watch it again. And actually I really got the basic theme of Power Rangers. It's not really just you know, fighting against the bad. Obviously that's part of it, but if you think about the deep message of this story, it's basically about friendship, it's about unity. I was thinking because some of the characters actually I could have related to. So the Bill, who played the Blue Power Rangers, I actually quite understood him because he was the sort of nerd geek side of the unity, and there was Jason, the leader, and then Zack, the sort of crazy one, and even the two girls. These different characters represents one of your side, one of your parts of your personality, and I think that's something beautiful to see all of these different characters becoming one, obviously up here, but it's something beautiful. Stronger together, that was the message, and obviously friendship, that's a really important thing, and wow, this movie just blew my mind, and I really hope they're gonna do more out of it. The whole movie was amazing. I especially like the characters. Actually, Elizabeth Banks, I think. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks was the lady, the actress who played Rita Repulsa. And actually really got sometimes, obviously as I said, I saw the original series like 20 plus years ago, but I remember bits and pieces from the original Rita, and she kind of reminded to the original Rita, so I skipped a lot since then, but she was able to actually bring back some of the original Rita that I remember from her acting. So for me it's a totally pleasant experience as watching a movie after 20 plus years. And it's a Power Ranger. I'm totally I fell in love with the movie. I came out from the cinema as a young kid. I felt myself like an 8 years old, you know, opening up Pandora's box and finding all these Energems and Power Rangers and Zords and Megazords and Rita and all the other stuff. Just, gosh. So I'm just editing the video, and I totally forgot to mention about the one Easter egg that I actually found in this movie. There was a Bumblebee. There was a Chevrolet Bumblebee from Transformers, and even the Red Ranger Jason was saying, it's like, oh sorry Bumblebee, so it was like a reference for Transformers. And also I forgot to mention about the music itself, because the original theme was actually in the movie at one point, and it just suited really well. Brought back one piece of my childhood, and I can't stress it enough. If you haven't seen the Power Rangers movie yet, go and watch it. Obviously with a fresh mind. I'm pretty sure hardcore fans have separate opinions about the movie, and they looked deep into the acts, the scenes and everything, but for me as a non-hardcore fan, I totally enjoyed watching it, and it was such a good movie for me. I was talking with Sean about the movie, and he had this opinion as it was like kind of a soft reboot of the franchise, and I think I can, knowing this because of Star Trek and the Kelvin movies, and that was like a reboot of the franchise, and even Star Trek Discovery might be a soft reboot of the original franchise. I kind of understand now this point as well. So if it was a reboot, from my side, I'm totally on board. If they're gonna do more Power Ranger movie, I'm definitely gonna be on there, and I'm definitely gonna watch it. Sean, if you're watching this, you have to let me know which one should I watch first, because honestly I've got really excited about Power Rangers now, so I'll definitely have to go back to my that part of my childhood. So yeah, that was it from me today. I know it was really unscheduled because I'm usually releasing videos on every Wednesday and Sunday. So if you're new to this channel, please check out my videos. It's mainly about Star Trek. I'm doing actually I'm finishing the animated series episode reviews, so I sort of started to review the animated series, and I have other Star Trek videos as well, Star Trek theories and Star Trek Discovery discussions. So if you're new to this channel, have a good look, and every subscribe is much highly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching as always. Doctor Who is coming soon, so I might do a quick reaction series on that too. But who knows, let me know in the comment section below if you would like me to do any Doctor Who recap reaction on the season 10 on the episodes. Let me know in the comment section below and I will do it. So again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness twice a week. And until next time, live long and prosper, and may the power protect you.